Hey guys, so um, pretty much my story with this YouTube channel kind of switched the direction a little bit. I was initially planning to create more educational style video and share just my knowledge and experience on marketing in general, maybe in particular related to e-commerce, but I ended up, first of all, working more on my projects and not being able to dedicate time for YouTube, which is fine. I think this is an important point that you have to spend time on your things to getting experience in the field that you're truly passionate about and truly find value in, and only then bring it to others and to like YouTube and to educational platforms like that, where you can actually share your experience instead of just mumbling around and sharing little pieces of what you know. So I'm actually really happy that I'm coming back here with more knowledge. However, I am not planning to create like guides and proper structured videos. I'm really trying to more share of like what I'm doing on a daily basis and basically create sort of a more informal, friendly atmosphere here on this channel. Even for myself, I do spend a lot of time by myself every day, and doesn't always feel too enjoyable, but this kind of moments where me sitting in front of the camera helps me process my thoughts better, process what I do better, and if it helps even one person, wow, that's awesome. This is already something great. I know a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people also in e-com space that create something similar, and they have been a huge help for me. So I appreciate that, and I feel like I owe YouTube for those insights in general. So just quick overview on the direction I'm taking right now with the eCom projects. I've been going more of a lean eCom type of journey, where the goal is to build obviously like research a product, find a good product, ideally the one that you're passionate about or some sort of relatable niche to your life, and create make sure it has a problem, it solves a problem, make sure it's scalable, there are people actually scaling their product, and it's in demand, as well as it's not extremely competitive. Like I do believe any product can be sold, and even the most competitive product, you are probably able to find an angle and the marketing strategy in general that would be able to succeed with that product and scale it and build a good brand around it. And that's what happens with, like, take liquid water, right? Liquid water is a great example of, like, it's water, right? How can you scale a water brand? But they did. That's a great example. Or Gymshark, also a pretty recent brand of clothing. There's a million of clothing brands, a million of them or even more. And people still do it. People still make millions, billions of money, dollars on those. So everything is possible as long as you find what people need and interested in, and be able to start with extremely niche audience and extremely niche segment of the market, and kind of go from there and expand to different markets, to different angles, to different people, starting from that niche. So far it's been around month and a half or 2 months, I'd say, that I've been doing that, and I'm currently on my third product. I'm not going to expose the product too much, but I'm basically in a sleeping niche, which is fun. I do care a lot about health, and I do care a lot about sleeping in general, and the product I've been selling before, I was able to scale it to like almost like 10K revenue in a very short period of time, like in less than a month, which is really cool. But it was more of breaking even. I was barely making any profits on that. And the lesson I've learned from that particular product is actually a lot of lessons, like more of like what worked, because I was able to sell it. I was able to be getting consistent few sales every day, which is insane for me, realizing it's like a few days I spent setting up the store, and like not even weeks, not even months. So that's something really cool. Like, you are capable of that, and I am capable of that, and I didn't know that before, and I was kind of very kind of losing belief on that. But keep the belief. Belief is the most important, because you can do everything. As long as you take action, you can do everything. That's my personal takeaway from that experience. But I think the reason it didn't work, that product in particular, because I first of all, I didn't look at my numbers. When you are running ads and when you are doing the direct marketing, kind of hard advertising on social media, you most importantly just need to know your numbers. Like, don't be delusional. If you think you can just put the ad out there and it's gonna work and you're gonna succeed and make a lot of money with it, you might, to a certain point, because at a certain point you will have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea what you're testing, how much you're spending, how much you're making, because eCom is costs of goods, cost of delivery. It's the price of your product. It's also the price of a gift if you have an extra gift of your product. It's also the price of advertising, obviously. It's the price of any tools. It's so many things. It's so many things you pay for and you make money on, plus upsells maybe. And if you have any other SKUs, products on your website, you might just get confused with how much you make and how much you actually spend. So that's what happened for me. I was selling the product for a certain price, and I actually realized I was able to get to that amount of revenue because of a low price. And then I was actually looking into like all the fulfillments and all the sourcing that I have for the product, and turns out not in every country I'm able to source that product, and I have to send a different variation of it, which is extremely expensive, way more expensive than an original one. And also I was getting refunds for that because of different variation. Obviously, it's just a different product pretty much. And so simply I had to focus only on the US. I ended up focusing only on the US market for that product with the same price. I kept the price, but the sales obviously went down because of the volume, and I also, my advertising costs, like CPMs, on Facebook went high, really up high, because it's an extremely competitive market, and that's where I stopped, because like if I change something, I have to change everything else. So it's more worth testing new product. So that's kind of like a takeaway I had from that experience so far. Besides that, overall, I've realized it's just a matter of moving fast enough. And that's what I'm doing right now. The new product that I've just this morning launched ads for, I created the entire like page, not the entire website, because I had a website. I just created a whole new page, but there's a bunch of sections. There's like, I don't know, 15 different sections, and I obviously changed the homepage and everything else on the website with all the images, etc. I created it less than a day. Basically, I just spent a day on it, and I'm 100% sure I can do it faster. 100,000% sure. I was still moving pretty slow because it was a pretty rare product. And yeah, and I'm already writing ads. I found this product 2 days ago. I'm writing ads for it right now. So that's something really inspiring. And at this point, even I have a belief for it. I do have a lot of belief in it because I made a lot of deep research, and I even a consultant basically discussed that with my coach. I have a coach for eCom, and even he proved that. And so everything should be working. I'll be checking my analytics tonight and tomorrow morning as well. And I've been preparing the whole new video ad today, which is almost ready. And it feels but I was saying that even I don't even care the results I'm getting, because I can move so fast that if I know something isn't working, I can replace it with something else right away, right away. If that product doesn't succeed today, tomorrow, in a few days, I don't care. I don't care. I can spend another 1 day, I can spend less than a day, build a completely new thing from scratch, just because I'm so moving so fast and I'm able to acquire all those skills super fast. I am probably still in a phase of learning systems to set up for ads in particular, because I know how to build a website. I built a bunch of websites before. However, for ads, it's more of there should be a system. There should be a system for ad, which I need to set up for myself, because I'm taking a lot of time to actually make a script, finalize a script, kind of polish a script, find a relevant content, which is pretty hard not having the physical product on hands. And the system would be required here. And this is another takeaway, another advice I want to share here, is that, first of all, let me check if my video is recording actually. It's all good. So another insight I had is building systems is crucial. Building systems is important as hell, because without systems, you will repeat the same tasks taking the same amount of time or longer, because you did not build that process of repeating things, because there's a lot of things to be repeated, repeating things systematically. You, in eCom, or in this case dropshipping, you constantly looking in new products, you're constantly looking into competitors, you're constantly creating websites, creating pages, finding images, creating videos, creating ads, analyzing ads, shooting videos, editing videos. This all repetitive things that you do on a daily basis, and you have to have some sort of a system, some sort of SOP stands for standard operating procedure. Basically a system which that's what you can create, and it doesn't have to be complicated. You can obviously set everything up with like tools like Make or Zapier, where you can like actually, but you're gonna probably spend a lot of time and a lot of money on those systems. But those systems allow you to automate everything. So even if you have want to create images, right, you can build a system on one of those tools where you will it will send a prompt to probably ChatGPT, generate your image for the image, generate your image for the product or the website or the ad or whatever else, and then it's going to be just repeating all the time. But this system is pretty hard to build. You can the system I was talking about is more of like an understanding of what needs to be done. So I've set up a few documents for myself of like step-by-step actions to take when approaching their particular tasks. So that could be product research, where to find products, how to validate them, how to make sure they have enough demand, how to make sure they have enough angles, how to make sure which angle is open, how to research that all. They're all systems. Everything is understood and figured out in society. And if it's not, you should find someone who has figured it out, because it's going to help you move so fast. Or if it's not figured out, talk to ChatGPT, maybe spend some time trying to figure it out, and put it in the system and just keep doing that, because things that you repeat on a daily basis, especially those that take you a lot of time, can be speedline, can be extremely boosted and done way faster and more efficient with just systems. And then besides that, you can then repeat and use the systems for your team, for other people you're going to be working with, because now they're set stone, now they're repeatable, they're literally on the paper. You can use them and anyone can use them, and this is your gold at this point. This worth way more than just your experience, because it's actually on the paper, it's actually something worthwhile. So that's what I've been doing in the last week. Before launching this product, I was kind of building systems for myself and seeing what I'm planning to do, what I'm going to be doing, how can I repeat that process, which now allows me to make everything in a day or two. And yeah, This is something I'm focusing on. I'm probably gonna end the video here, just giving an update and overview of what's happening in my life and what's happening with the eCom project. I'm planning on this channel, I'm planning to share other more specific ideas or realizations I'm getting, which could be mental, which could be something related to ecom, related to marketing, related to whatever else, to be honest. Like, I think people like me and you have a lot of similarities, especially if you're watching that and you're also in the same space and in the same mindset, most importantly. There's a lot of things in common, and I'd love anyone to go through that, and I'd love to help anyone, because it's a tough journey, and that's a journey that very few people are taking in life. But that's what breeds the biggest and the greatest results, and that especially doing that on that early stage of your life, or actually whatever stage of your life, it's never too late to start. It's great. It is truly adorable to see people doing that. I just had a call with a really good friend of mine, digital nomad living abroad, working on his own project, living a great life. A lot of really super smart, super structured guy. Had like 20 minutes on me and 20 minutes to talk to me, and we had a great conversation. Those type of people I'd love to connect with, and I love to connect anyone watching that. If you have any questions regarding anything, to be honest, anything I talk on that channel, just shoot me a DM. I'd love to share or just connect, and yeah, let's build something great together. I believe in every idea and everyone on this planet.